The president of Venezuela called on Monday for the community of Latin American and Caribbean states select to convene its member countries for an urgent conference on sovereignty and regional peace, following the presence of U.S. military forces in the Caribbean. Maduro sent a letter to Colombian President Gustavo Petro, who currently holds the pro-tempore presidency of the regional organization, to coordinate this emergency meeting. The president emphasized during a press conference. Maduro wants SELAC to facilitate dialogue to avoid conflict in the Caribbean. The proposal awaits the support of regional leaders to coordinate efforts to strengthen the sovereignty of Latin American and Caribbean countries in the face of external interventions. And the Bolivian government expressed solidarity with Venezuela in response to threats from the United States. The action came during the commemorative ceremonies marking 142 years of diplomatic relations between Bolivia and Venezuela. Bolivian Vice Minister of Foreign Affairs Elmer Catarina highlighted the Bolivarian government's ongoing support for Bolivia in areas such as defending democracy, as well as academic and professional training. He also acknowledged Caracas' solidarity during the forest fires and the humanitarian aid provided during the measles health emergency. For his part, the Venezuelan ambassador to Bolivia, Cesar Trompis, emphasized the strategic importance of bilateral relations. In other news, the Standing Committee for the Defense of Human Rights in Ecuador reported that 394 people deprived of their freedom died in Guayaquil in 2025, mostly due to health issues and human rights violations. In calling for a declaration of emergency in the prison system, with priority given to the Guayas No. 1, Esmeraldas, and Cotopaxi detention centers, the committee insisted on the immediate restoration of adequate food and health services, as well as visits and rehabilitation programs, with effective judicial control and independent auditing. Given this situation, the committee will continue to take criminal and constitutional legal action to ensure the justiciability of the rights of all persons. And this September 16th marks the anniversary of Mexico's independence, so it is traditional for the streets to be filled with all kinds of patriotic items, an activity that creates jobs and boosts the economy. Daniel Rosa with the details.
It's the skillful hands of Osbelia contributing to the colorfulness of the Mexican national holidays.
Everything I learned, all the knowledge I have is here. Everything since I was 15 or 16 years old. That was when I stayed here with them.
Banderas Juanito is the name of this workshop, which also provides employment for several families.
Yes, I am the mother of 2 girls, and they are delighted with this time of the year, to be honest. Every year they ask me for their flag.
It is not only flag, but also various other items that are manufactured throughout the year, keeping this family business alive, despite the increasing arrival of industrialized products from other countries.
Yes, because it may be cheaper, but in terms of quality, we Mexicans have the best quality.
And that quality enhances the national holidays.
I am proud to be Mexican and to come here to buy anything, like flags, earrings, or other items.
Regularmente se realizan kermeses, bailables,
Regularly held events include fairs, dances, family gatherings, and, of course, celebrations to honor our Independence Day.
En estas fechas, sus calles lucen semivacías porque los hombres
Estimates by the Chambers of Commerce, Services, and Tourism indicate that the economic impact of the national holidays in Mexico will be around $2 million.
En la Cámara, Víctor Hugo Figueroa, Daniel Rosas, Telesur, Oxolotepec, Estado de México.
And citizens of Mexico commemorate Independence Day in a ceremony led by President Claudia Sheinbaum from the National Palace balcony. The capital's Zócalo is decorated for the celebration of the Cry of Independence, uniting millions of Mexicans. This celebration preserves the memory of the day the libertarian movement began and honors its founders. Independence Day is a remembrance of Mexico's freedom heroes and a reaffirmation of the country's commitment to justice, sovereignty, and solidarity. Independence Day in Mexico is celebrated on September 16th, but the ceremony of the Cry of Independence is held on the night of September 15th to honor Miguel Hidalgo y Costilla, who called on the population to take action. The The president of Venezuela called on Monday for the community of Latin American and Caribbean states, CELAC, to convene its member countries